The skyline of Manhattan is our backdrop. We are across the East River in the
2 back-to-back home games.
New York.
He definitely supposed to be in the dome, though. I definitely picked the dome.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And tough going there.
Nice tackle, Rupp.
At the 31. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free.
Yeah, it hit hard, man. It hit hard.
Brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken around the 12.
Oh, that's scary.
Nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 30.
Those are the games you be torn on right there.
The drive 13 yards, picking up the first.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now inside the 25.
That spin was nasty.
A big play there on the catch and run, and even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught.
Hey, if you ain't going to chase him, that's where I'm going to send it.
Great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bulls get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This is the first total O-line that I have drafted since we first started.
Out to the 30-yard line.
I drafted every one of these players.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their
Word, and they cooking too.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Right back to him on 1st down. And taking it across midfield and inside.
That was a nice play, bro.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs, but they didn't win the football.
None of them was open, bro.
That doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive.
I wish we got that pass off. I'd have definitely picked it.
Staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And they get it as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The 4th down pass play does
54 came screaming around that edge, man.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum.
He caught it over me. Come on, bro.
It's Deontay Banks with it. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Bro, forget that. How about the fact that he covered like 30 yards in a split second?
I always tell defenses you have to have a short memory, but I also think
he was going away from the ball.
And now you're able to flip it around.
That's the only reason I threw it there, is because he was going away from the ball.
And they turned things around in that case and picked one off themselves.
I can't wait till they end that shit. I cannot wait. Y'all in trouble. That shit happened.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Able to slither by. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49.
Yo.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job
copy.
by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of
he heard them footsteps. That's what happened.
They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches are
good job, 12.
When you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
49. 49. You got to plant your feet, bro. You got to go through him. Yeah!
Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll set up a throw.
Give me that shit.
That's going to be intercepted. And this will be
He's supposed to be sharing. I'll share.
38-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, you think about what it's taken to get to this point. The Giants and the Jets, obviously historic franchises, shared the stadium for years, never felt fully right. Well, now you got two New York teams with two different homes. And this team in Brooklyn, I'll tell you what, walking in, seeing the excitement on the fans' faces, they are ready to embrace a team here in Brooklyn.
That was nasty,
and this
boy.
should be a fun experience to watch unfold. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Damn it.
He's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw.
Good pick. Who the fuck was that?
They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher?
I got something for him.
3-0 count, right? You're behind. What are your coaches?
Just know I'm attacking him again.
Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. Wide open receiver.
What?
Complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Yes, sir.
Second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw.
Put that shit down.
Incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Pass taken in.
Bro, he getting away with murder right now.
He has a big gain.
I got something for him too.
Before being dropped. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Yeah, you better run away.
He'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires. When people talk about
and that is why you get that. That is why.
What they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 25 yards that time.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Got away with murder that whole drive.
Touchdown. And the Sentinels go nearly the length of the field.
Oh my gosh.
Off with 6 points.
That's all right.
There was no
That's
going
okay.
through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary.
That means more reps from our linebacker.
Presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this throw incomplete.
Oh, he dropped that?
That time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's another
wow.
Looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did
I caught it as a possession catch, so he'd go down to the ground. He got both hands on it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Banks.
Good job, Juan.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to try and throw.
Let's go. Let's go.
Before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it.
I don't want to hear none of that.
First down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left.
Get the fuck out of here.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of
right, that shit was gay. That's exactly what that was.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And a throw right sideline is complete.
You're not staying on me with a linebacker, boy.
And touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown.
Had to lead that one. You're not sticking with him, bro. Come on. Not with no linebacker, you're not.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on.
He shouldn't even got that.
Really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll look to throw here. Able to find the
how the hell is he breaking off of them like that?
Midfield almost to the 40.
All right, okay.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Out to his left.
Boy, what?
In the 2nd quarter.
What?
7. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this will be well too low.
I wish you would.
It's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Back to throw.
Give me that!
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on few.
If I don't flip that play, that's a touchdown.
And that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. He'll look to throw.
Let's fucking go!
Complete, they cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points. With
Man, come on. Come on. You got to get loose.
Try and score when given the opportunity. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. In trouble here, and down he goes.
Bro, really? Defensive tackles are running me down? For real? That is crazy.
Brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone.
Bro, come on, son. Yo,
they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2nd down and 6 now. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break.
And this is caught at the 20.
Was that the rookie that I was telling you about? I told you I was going to go after him. I was looking for him.
And the Bulls would extend their lead here just
I know. That's why I threw it over there.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch.
I was like, this rookie's going to earn this check today.
That's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Off the RPO, he completes it.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion,
oh no.
Gained, so they're
not net.
On down and distance.
Oh no.
They were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Rolling to his right.
Oh my God, Stevens. Why did you stop running?
To the 41-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he is going to be stopped.
Oh, good. He's going.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Because that's my decoy, man. Even if he's not like my main player, that's my decoy. Because I know all attention is on him at all times.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They'll try and run for it. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right.
Oh, good play.
To his running back, complete.
Nobody was there.
Inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Good pass.
Touchdown! A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Sentinels have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
I was about to say, what? Trust me. I'm still driving with the seatbelt on.
Here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
He got to stop dropping those. Got to stop dropping those.
It's rare that a receiver would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That is incomplete. And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And it's incomplete.
He dropped it.
And they turn it over.
Oh, come on, sir. Come on, sir.
On the short side of the
that
field.
Is nuts.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because
did you see the hit he just got?
Unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think
we just depleted that motherfucker.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
That should have been a fumble.
Throw that one away.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one.
That's no longer a rule.
But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll look to throw again.
Damn it.
Touchdown. A great play there.
He stood still for too fucking long.
And the Sentinels have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
I can't believe he's dropped that pass. That is insane.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the
That's the same thing they were saying. I was a blur when I went past.
Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains. They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Here now, 2nd and 4. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it down to the 32. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL.
He got bailed, but it's all right. Got bailed a few times.
In Brooklyn. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
It's my fault for keeping it close.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running
Bro,
game.
you got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me.
The line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Down to the 10, and so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 33 yards that time. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bulls answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is up to 5.
They shouldn't even make it to 24 catches.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Yeah, I think Jerry Rice got the most catches in one game with like 21.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. 94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 1. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will find
Oh, come on.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
All right. After the quarterback. After the quarterback. That's it.
As they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Powers through him, and he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. 1st down in the red zone.
Another carry for
Yeah, it was. Yeah, as long as you know.
It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he's right. Taken down, back at the 25. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackle.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew he was going to overthrow him. I know it.
The situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
That's why I backed up. I knew he was going to get overthrown. I knew it.
A little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert.
You know I was going to put a double team on him.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped
I don't care if anybody else catches it, not him.
Possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs.
Yep.
They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
You know that.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Bro, yo, come on, man.
And it will take us
Come on, man.
to the 2-minute warning. Whistles now in a timeout defensively.
Like, I'm making it past the tackler, and then they're giving the damn tackle to him.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And here's a big one now.
Bro, that was a pass interference, yo.
Here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Down the sideline he goes. He may go. Touchdown! A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bulls are on their way to a 2-0 start. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game.
I don't know where the fuck he was going, but I'm thankful.
They can't relax just yet.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up.
I think he was playing inside.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Well, we messed up his timing. We bumped him at the line. I made sure to bump him at the line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
I knew it. I knew it.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
You couldn't help yourself. You cannot help yourself.
7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
He tried to.
I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on.
And he can't find
I'll take the sack. Yeah, smart. That's smart. I took the sack just to let the clock run out.
Their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Nah, this quarterback not having a bad game.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Back to throw here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into?